From a terminal in a Bell Labs basement to AI that writes its own code, this is 56 years of building the internet. Era 1, the foundation. Before frameworks, before cloud, just Unix, C, and a dream of a connected world. 1969. Unix is born at Bell Labs, the operating system that every server, every cloud, every container still inherits. 1974. TCP/IP is proposed. The protocol rules the internet still runs on today, completely unchanged in its core. 1983. C++ brings object-oriented thinking to systems programming. PostgreSQL takes its first breath as a research project at Berkeley. 1987. Perl becomes the glue of the early internet. Ugly, powerful, and everywhere. Oracle dominates every enterprise database room. 1991. Python and Linux arrive in the same year. Two pillars that will hold up most of modern back-end development for decades. 1994. Java promises to run anywhere once. HTTP 1.0 gives the web its first formal language. The stage is set. Era 2. The web server era. Dynamic pages, scripting languages, and the rise of the stack that built the early internet. 1995. An extraordinary year. JavaScript, PHP, Apache, Ruby, and CSS all debut within months of each other. The entire dynamic web falls from the sky at once. 1996. MySQL ships. The LAMP stack clicks into place. Microsoft enters the browser wars and nothing is innocent again. 1998. Google launches on a PageRank algorithm and 2 servers in a garage. The web begins to understand itself. 1999. XML HTTP request quietly appears in Internet Explorer. Nobody realizes yet that async data fetching will rewrite everything. 2000. Roy Fielding defines REST in his doctoral thesis. The API economy is theorized before anyone calls it that. 2003. Spring Framework transforms Java development. Enterprise backends finally have a sane way to wire themselves together. 2004. Google Maps loads without a page refresh and people's jaws drop. Ajax and Web 2.0 are now unavoidable conversations. 2005. Rails ships with convention over configuration. jQuery ships with write less, do more. Developer ergonomics change permanently. Era 3. The scale and SOA era. Cloud arrives, containers are invented, and microservices turn monoliths into dust. 2006. Amazon launches EC2 and S3. For the first time, you can rent a server by the hour. On-premise infrastructure begins its long decline. 2007. The iPhone ships. Suddenly, every backend needs a mobile API. Django gives Python developers a batteries-included answer. 2008. Chrome launches with the V8 engine. JavaScript goes from slow and tolerated to fast and respected overnight. 2009. Ryan Dahl asks one question. What if JavaScript ran on the server with a non-blocking event loop? Node.js answers it. MongoDB and Redis complete the new stack. 2010. Flask proves you don't need a full framework. Backbone.js proves you don't need a full page reload. The SPA era is here. 2012. TypeScript brings types to JavaScript. Netflix publishes its microservices patterns. The monolith is now officially a dirty word. 2013. Docker and React both debut. Containers change how we ship code. Components change how we build interfaces. 2 paradigm shifts in 1 year. 2014. AWS Lambda ships. Serverless is no longer science fiction. Rust, Vue, and gRPC all arrive. The tooling explosion has begun. Era 4, the cloud-native era, Kubernetes, serverless edge computing, and then the arrival of artificial intelligence. 2015, ES6 modernizes JavaScript syntax. Kubernetes orchestrates containers at scale. GraphQL lets clients ask for exactly what they need. Go becomes the language of infrastructure. 2016, the serverless framework makes functions as a service accessible to everyone. Terraform puts your entire infrastructure in a Git repository. 2017, Service Mesh Networking arrives with Istio and Envoy. CSS Grid finally gives designers real layout control. Next.js begins its quiet takeover. 2018, React hooks are previewed and immediately controversial. Svelte bets on compilation over the virtual DOM. GitOps makes deployments declarative. 2019, React hook ships stable. Tailwind CSS makes you write styles you swore you'd never write, and then never go back. Event-driven architecture scales everywhere. 2020, Vite ends the era of slow builds. Dino rethinks Node from scratch. HTTP/3 over quick makes the web measurably faster. 2021, code runs at the edge, milliseconds from every user on the planet. Remix and TRPC make full-stack TypeScript feel inevitable. 2022, TurboPack is written in Rust and makes Webpack look like it's standing still. Bun arrives and does everything at once. Serverless databases remove the last reason to manage infrastructure. 2023, AI enters every layer of the stack. Vector databases store meaning, not just data. LLM orchestration frameworks ship weekly. The developer's most powerful tool is now a conversation. 2024, AI generates complete user interfaces from a prompt. MCP standardizes how models talk to tools. React 19 ships. The backend and the model begin to blur into a single thing. 2025. Agentic systems write code, deploy services, and monitor production autonomously. The line between the developer and the program has never been thinner. Every framework, every language, every paradigm shift, built by someone who thought the web could be better, the next era is yours to write. Drop the year you started coding in the comments. I want to see exactly where on this timeline your story begins. And if this gave you any kind of nostalgia or perspective, subscribe because there's more of this coming.